Guys, it is 3:51. I have to be at work at 4 o'clock a.m. and this should be my last early morning shift for a while. And I have some late night shifts from 11:30 to 1:30. Those shifts right now are kind of working out a lot easier for me, just with my schedule and everything. So that'll probably start next week. And we will see what happens. We've been really short at work lately, so it's been rough. We're working double and triple the amount that we normally do, just making up for the slack of everything. So I'm gonna go in right now and see what happens. I hope you guys are having a good day, and we will go from here. So I'm about ready to wing walk this plane. Hi guys, I'm about ready to go to my day job. I am teaching a pharmacology lab at the college today. It's a 3-hour lab, but I had already filmed this earlier, but there was so much background noise that I have to refilm it. And one of the main questions that I get a lot is why would I ever want to be a flight attendant again at this stage in my life? And do I miss it and all those things? So I'm going to go ahead and address that. Being a flight attendant for me was wonderful, but I was in my 20s. I was like 26-ish, 27. So I started in my 20s, and it would be fine and dandy if I didn't have kids or I didn't have, if I wasn't married or anything like that, it would have been fine. But being able to, right now, to be able to just go to work, whether it's I'm doing customer service, whether I'm doing ramp or whatever, and to be able to take 15 minutes to get to work, come home, and then be able to have a life and still have my travel benefits, still be able to be around airplanes, airplane people, all that kind of stuff. I think at this point in my life, being above the wing or below the wing, whether it's ramp or customer service or working at the airport, is going to be what I need to do right now. Let me go ahead and give you a background of how it was when I was a flight attendant. When I was a flight attendant, I lived in California. I commuted all the way to Chicago. So, for instance, if I had a 4-day line, just say 4-day line means you are going to be flying for 4 days. Just say it was Tuesday through Friday. So that sounds great, right? You're working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. However, I was a commuter. I already had a mortgage. I already had a house. My husband has this job here. My family's here. I wasn't going to live and be able to move to Chicago. So the day before so just say if it was Tuesday through Friday, so Monday I would have to fly in. Now I would not fly in the night before. I would fly in the day before, because you never know if you're going to make it. And from where I am, there were a few Chicagos that went direct. And so I would go the first flight of the day, which was probably around 9 o'clock in the morning. I would jump seat, meaning I could sit on a jump seat, because a lot of times those flights were full and of passengers. So I would jump seat and get there the day before. So that's an extra day. Do my trip, work my trip, and then just say if I was done Friday, I would try to come home. But I would come home maybe I wouldn't come home to my normal airport. I might have to go to LA, Orange County, San Diego, Ontario, Burbank, Palm Springs, whatever there were openings. And so that 4-day trip would end up being a 6-day trip. Come home for a day or two and then do the same thing. Now that's okay for someone that's single or just maybe married and has a husband that can come and, fly and do trips with you, but not when you have kids. And my kids, like probably many kids, are very needy, and they need me when it comes to different things, and I want to be involved in their lives. They're in sports and band and music and all those different things. So at this point in my life, I can't be a flight attendant. I miss it. Obviously, I miss certain aspects of it. I miss the quote-unquote glamour of it. I miss being able to stay in a hotel all the time, fancy, nice, beautiful hotels all the time. I miss, not only that, I miss, I don't know, the vibe. The vibe was it was fun. I don't miss being stuck on the airplane for 5 and 6 hours a day. I don't miss, like the commute. I don't miss the crew scheduling. When you think, well, I remember one time I thought I had an awesome ID. ID is like an ID, just say like it says 679132, and you look and your ID says, okay, you're going from Chicago to LA to New York, all that kind of stuff. And I had the most amazing ID. I was going to be 24 hours in, I think, LA, 20 hours in New York, and this and that. And my flight got delayed, that I was going to be working, so they changed my ID, and then I ended up going like to Iowa for 12 hours, and this place, like, like nothing wrong with Iowa, but like small little stations, and only having like 12 hours or 8-hour rest or different things like that. So I don't miss that. I miss getting excited about, oh my gosh, where am I going to go next? But I don't miss the other stuff. I think moms that want to be flight attendants, you guys can make it work. I'm not saying I started later, but I started around 26-ish. And if I would have started maybe at 21 and worked at a smaller airline, 21 and didn't have kids till 35 or something like that, that would work, because then you would gain some seniority. However, in Chicago, when I was doing it, to even hold a line and to get off reserve was 13 years. To hold a decent domestic line was 20 years. And to hold a decent international line was 30 years. But if you want like the good lines, like, the Hawaii lines, Chicago, Hawaii, or, the ones where they're only working like two legs every other week, you got like to be 40, you need like 40 years in the industry. I found out that LA, to hold a line now, I think it's like 20 years for United. So the larger the airline, these people stay on forever and ever and ever. And yeah, it would not work for me. I wish, but no, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for where I am right now. I'm thankful, and I make it work, and I'm still in the industry that I love. I'm still around the people that I love, and I still have my flight benefits. So right now I get to travel a lot if I want, or a little if I don't want. So little weekend trips, and when the kids are out of school, and when I can do a little getaways, I can travel for pleasure, and I can travel exactly where I want to go. I was going to do a series, because everyone keeps on asking me what I miss about being a flight attendant, and then what I don't miss about it. And then let me know in the comments below if some of you guys are flight attendants, or have done the alternate route like me, where you want the flight benefits, but maybe being a flight attendant can't work for you at this point. I need to go into work. I hope you guys are all doing amazing, and I will see you in the next one.